So today's date is November 11th, 2019. Okay, so I'm going to start by asking you what year we're currently in.
2020.
2020? Okay.
Or wait, is that right? Well, it's either 19 or 20. Must be 19.
Okay. And do you know what season it is?
Yeah, it's beginning of fall.
Beginning of fall? Okay. And do you know what today's date is?
Beyond what I gave you?
Yes, what month of the year, what day it is?
Monday.
Monday, okay. And do you know the date? Like the month?
It's October.
Okay.
11th.
11th, alright. And do you know, where are we now? What state?
We're in.
Oregon?
No, we're in Florida.
Oh, Florida, okay. I thought you said Oregon, okay. And do you know what country we're in?
U.S.
Okay. And do you know what town or city you're in?
Tampa, Florida.
All right. And do you know the facility? What the name of the place you're in right now is?
Uh,
The name of our clinic?
yeah, it's Tampa.
Okay. It's okay. We'll go to the next question, okay? What other differences have you noticed?
Well, the main one is judgment, and that has to do with money handling,
Okay.
spatial judgment, executive functions, where you have to assess a situation and come up with an appropriate response or an appropriate handling to something. So when it comes to just plain memory, sometimes he remembers things fine. You know, like the other day he remembered he was going to get up, come through this, he knew what day it was, you know, that's fine. But when it comes to putting together a string of data and coming to a conclusion, you know, that's usually not where he can do that, or moving the body.
He had more trouble recalling conversations a few days later than he did prior to starting the program.
No, I'd say it has improved. In fact, I was going to say he probably surprises me, because he would before, and it might be because I asked him to do the dishes. Because nobody wants to remember that, right? But before, if I asked him to do the dishes, let's say, he might forget within, 10, 20 minutes, and just like it's out of his universe. And since he started the program, that is something that he, even though other cycles of action intercede in between the request or the communication and the doing, it doesn't let him make him go off in another direction. I used to call it chasing butterflies. If his attention wasn't on it, something came and grabbed his attention, he'd be over on that. But so I'd say it's getting better. But one thing I can say, since we started the program, he's much more aware of his environment and where he is in the environment. This morning, coming to the Wellness Center, he was looking at we're coming down Racetrack Road, and he's looking at the other lane, and he's saying, that's the road I take when I go back. And I go, yeah, it is. And so he would not have put that together at some other time. The fact that he observed that, I thought was very interesting. When he started the program, I think he was kind of, I won't call it depressed, but like he didn't really have any set personality or any kind of interchange with people. And now he occasionally does. He actually chatted with me this morning on the way to work. Usually he sits there, doesn't say a thing. So, so yeah, I would say he's really making some progress.
What year is it?
19.
What season is it?
Fall.
What date is it?
20th of December.
Perfect. And what day of the week is it?
Friday.
Perfect. Okay, where are we right now?
From your office.
And what state are we in?
Florida.
What country?
U.S.
What town or city?
Tampa.
Perfect. And what is the name of this facility?
Utopia.
Perfect. And what floor are we on?
First.
And now I'm going to hand you a piece of paper and I'm going to have you fold it in half and place it on the floor. You're multitasking with the sandwich in your hands, huh?
It's all right.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay. But he's more willing to assume responsibility for his condition rather than it always him being like, well, I'm parked over here in the chair and everybody else is going to take care of me. Now it's more like, oh yeah, I need to remember to take my supplements. And if I forget to tell him, sometimes he even remembers on his own. I'd say he's less stubborn now. He's more logical. I mean, I can reason with him more. Whereas before, if I said, you know, that's not a good idea, blah, 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 he just kind of like shut down like, So that was kind of interesting. But the best thing was yesterday. We got a new office chair for the desk for Christmas, but it's in a box, you know, so you have to assemble it. And so since Christmas, it's been sitting kind of to the side, and I mentioned it every once in a while, hey, why don't you help me do this? But of course, I have to initiate it usually, you know. Yesterday, after he got back from the wellness center, he was kind of up front, and I'm in the back working. Next thing I know, he has the box apart, he has all the parts apart, he's sitting there reading the instruction booklet. I mean, this is incredible just to hear, right? And so I thought, I'm just going to leave him alone. You know, he's going to do this. For him to tackle a whole cycle, I call a cycle of action from beginning to end, and not get discouraged and not stop and wander off and some other thing. That's a phenomenal change. You know, that's really something different.